Have you ever wondered why by the 5th to the 10th of every month after you got paid, you feel broke? Or you start counting days to your next payday? I used to do the same thing until I discovered a plan of splitting my salary into 4 main areas. Hi, my name is Siphelele. Welcome to the channel. Please do make yourself feel at home by subscribing. We do though have one house rule. I'm not a financial advisor, and any information that I'm sharing does not constitute to be financial advice. I'm only sharing my personal financial experiences and those of the people around me as we move along in life. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about a very important topic of where does my salary actually go. So we're going to talk about a system that I developed of splitting my salary into 4 areas. These areas are fixed costs, savings, investments, and spoil myself. Yep, you heard me right. So firstly, let's break down this concept. I took my bank statement and I looked at what actually is my money doing and how am I spending it. I separated my debit orders and monthly payments or transfers that I have to do every month that do not change. I then looked at my savings, investments. I also looked at things that I am buying every month, all in the name of I work hard, I deserve it, I should spoil myself. Which there's nothing wrong about that, but I needed to know where is it going. I then tallied up each of these separate areas and divided them by my salary, which then gave me a percentage that shows me the weight of each area on my salary. This site at first was not pretty at all. It was horrific. But I needed to understand and change why I feel broke every month. So my why was I don't want to feel broke. And I want to feel some form of control over my money. So now that we understand this concept, let's look at the percentages of each of these areas and how I utilize them. A big chunk of my income goes to my fixed costs, which is about 60 to 70% of my salary. So this area covers things like bond, levies, insurances, transport, loans, you name it. Everything that does not change and every month you have to make payment into. I put it in that category. As I pay off things like debt, this percentage changes, and then I am able to take the difference of that money and I allocate it to savings, investment, and spoil myself. Then the scale changes as I move along. I know it's not easy and sometimes it takes a while, but with consistency, we are able to get it right. The next area is savings. About 5 to 10% of my salary would go into savings. In this area, my savings would be emergency fund, sinking fund, and long-term savings. I think we should be discussing this in a separate video of how to save. But for now, I will link up my sinking fund video, which should be able to discuss and explain to you how I use my sinking funds. Another 5 to 10% of my salary goes into investment. So this area, I'm relatively new on it as I started incorporating it into my salary. For now, I am using easy equities. I watch a lot of YouTube videos just to learn on how to make it work for me. Once I have the hang of it, don't worry, we'll talk about it in the future. I think now this video is starting to make shape and make sense. And we haven't talked about you liking or subscribing. Hit that like and that subscribe button now. And finally, about 15 to 20% of my salary goes to spoil myself / guilt-free spending. Yes, you need to spend your money without feeling any form of guilt. But for as long as you have allocated money into that area. So this area would be if you like gaming, if you like books, you're a person who travels, hair, makeup, going out with friends, clubbing, all those areas that bring joy to you, that you really enjoy doing. Put money on the side for them so that when you do them, you don't feel any form of guilt. I no longer feel broke or not in control of my money because I know where my money is going. And I tell my money where to go by allocating it to the correct areas. Try this, and if you do, please comment down below and tell me how did it go. I hope you find this video very helpful. Remember, today we talked about 60 to 70%, which is fixed costs, 5 to 10%, which is savings, 5 to 10%, which is investments, and 15 to 20%, which is spoil yourself. I know you've already liked and subscribed on this video. You are only left with sharing it with your friends, family, colleagues, because you are tired of hearing them saying that they are broke. You want them to change that narrative so that they don't feel broke anymore. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Hope to catch you on the next one.